Hello everybody, this is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today I am working with a fun container. So if you've watched any of my videos for quite a while, I have been collecting just fun containers. I love to go to yard sales and estate sales and even thrift stores to find treasures. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Well, I happened to be out and about yesterday afternoon, and I stopped by one of our local thrift stores. It is called the Palmer Home, and so people donate all of their things to the Palmer Home, and it goes to a great cause. Well, this happened to be one of the containers that they had yesterday on the shelf. Now this is called a pink poppy container. It's actually, if you look at it close, it looks like pink poppies. Now it is made by a company called McCoy, and McCoy pottery was all created here in the United States. This container happens to be between 1940s and 1950s, and it's a rare find, which I didn't know until I put my hands on it. So McCoy made some really fun containers, and they were in shapes of different flowers. And so I just happened to be, because it's something I'm very interested in these fun containers, I was looking through TikTok, and there was a man who came up, and he had a collection of flower form containers by McCoy. And the containers come like in different colors. The flowers are usually different colors, and they are chrysanthemums and hyacinths and calla lilies and tulips. They even have a magnolia. Well, he did not happen to have the pink poppy, but it is in that same line of flowers, flower forms by McCoy. And so when I saw it, I kind of knew what I was looking at. So I was very excited. I paid $7.99 for this beautiful, fun container. Now, of course, my container is shaped like a flower. And so a poppy is not a real common flower that we have here in the flower shop. They're just not really long lasting, and so only on special occasions will I bring in poppies, so I don't often have them. So today, instead of using fresh flowers, I thought we would use some beautiful greenery. Do you need me?
She called and she texted you something on Bouquet, and she said to get it out before 4 today.
Okay, so go in there and look, but did she not give us her
She
payment
said she wanted to
information and all
talk
that?
to you about it.
She has to talk to me. Okay, push pause. It is this little button. I'm sorry. Ooh. All right, so let me show you the different greenery that we have that we're going to use. We're going to use some seeded eucalyptus, beautiful seeded eucalyptus. I've got some gun-eye eucalyptus. We have some spiral eucalyptus, all the euc today. Some really pretty, I love spiral eucalyptus. Some pretty spiral or baby blue euc. And then we have some holly fern. Some pretty holly fern. And then I am not sure we're going to use the tea leaves, but we also have some large, beautiful tea leaves. So we're going to use some just pretty mixed greens. So I'm going to start out, I think, with our seeded eucalyptus. So there's beautiful seeded eucalyptus. So what I'm going to do, taking my floral knife, is I am just going to cut the greenery at an angle and just tuck it right into my container. The wonderful part about using all greenery in these types of containers is it will last forever. Like, it's really the container that is your focal, and then the greenery is just an added touch to just kind of make the container pretty. So I'm just taking that seeded eucalyptus and tucking it in. I think I'm only going to need one stem of this pretty seeded eucalyptus. There is just our pretty seeded eucalyptus. Next we are going to come in with some gunayuk. One stem, that's just one stem of gunay. So I'm going to take it and break it into smaller pieces. Many years ago when I was still in college, we went to an AIFD. It was an SAIFD. It was a student chapter of AIFD. I was a member, and we went to a competition. And the competition was, we had to come up, they gave us a theme, and I think our theme was a memorial piece, or in honor, in honor of a soldier. So our arrangement had to be, it had all of these different rules that we had to follow. But we had to come up with our theme, not our theme, but come up with our ideas of how we were going to do this arrangement. And we had to pack our flowers, and we had to have our flowers flown with us, which was crazy. But when we got to where we were going, I think we were in Charlotte, North Carolina that year. And when we got to where we were going, our flowers did not arrive. And so most of the girls that were with me went and bought flowers from the local grocery store, but we could harvest greenery there and all the things. So I just decided, because the local grocery store only had grocery store flowers, like they had carnations and some daisies and some roses, nothing really fancy or fun or different. So I just went out and harvested greenery, and I just made an all greenery arrangement for this competition. And I won the competition with an all greenery arrangement. And so I will tell you that I have always really enjoyed using beautiful greenery and making an all green arrangement. It's just so long lasting, and to me it's very lovely. Now I do realize that an all greenery arrangement is not for everybody, but I really think it is going to be very complimentary to this container, and it takes the focus off what's in the container and puts the focus on the container itself. So this is spiral eucalyptus, so I'm just taking it and cutting it into small pieces and just nestling it right down into the container. It smells so lovely, so pretty. It's one of my favorite types of greenery. I love eucalyptus overall, so any variety makes me pretty happy. Now this is called holly fern. Now holly fern is named because it looks very much like the leaves on a holly bush. It does not bite like holly, and it is it's not as rigid of a leaf as holly is, but it's so pretty. So I'm going to take and strip off a few of the fronds on the bottom, and we're just going to kind of tuck these beautiful stems of holly right down into that water. Now with this arrangement, you are going to want to add water, of course, but as long as you keep it well watered, this arrangement's going to last for a really long time. This is something that I really like to do at Christmas time with containers. I have a windowsill in my kitchen that I really enjoy using. You know, I'm a vintage container girl, and so I have lots of white milk glass, and so often I will take winter greens and add them to some of my milk glass vases and tuck them in my windowsill, even with berries, red berries, and it lasts the entire season, and it's just so lovely in my opinion, and it has plenty of water, so it's just so pretty. But here is a very simple, beautiful arrangement of all greenery, and what it's doing is it's putting the focus on the flowers on the container versus pulling flowers up here that draw your eye up. So just a fun and creative way to use a vintage container and to bring the spotlight to the container. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about what we do here at Flowers by the Bunch, you can always ask. We would love to answer your questions. Do me a great big favor. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button right down below. We will have a new video up soon. Thanks guys. See you soon.